So I decided to stay home on Saturday for the first time, I think, since October. Like I had consistently every weekend been going out and just hanging out with friends, excuse me, and just living life, man, things like that. Just enjoying being in my mid 20s, man. I know, so many people think that like being 26 is old. I just feel like my life's kind of just getting started. But I decided to stay in for a couple of reasons. For one, I feel like I just kind of needed a night off. I mean, I've been going out, like I said, since October. The other one was last night was a little bit hectic. I'm not gonna get into what happened personally, but if you know, you know. If you were there and you're watching, and the other one was just I wanted to watch the Red Sox game because I'm really trying to take the business seriously, and I understand that if I want to be successful, then I'm gonna have to miss some of those Saturday nights with my friends. It's as simple as that. So, but what I realize as well is how alone that you actually feel, and some people like that, some people don't. I don't really like being alone on the weekend, just because I work from home every single day. Monday through Sunday I'm working. Like I made a video today, posted on the Instagram, but I just realized that how I don't want to say spoiled, but like that's all that's coming to my mind right now is how spoiled it I felt being in a relationship because Monday through Friday I got all my work done and then I hung out with my ex girlfriend on the weekend, and it's just mentally I felt so much better, for a variety of reasons as well, like companionship, love, things like that. But just being home by myself, I this was like 5 minutes ago, and whenever I have an idea or a thing I want to talk about, I just get right to it. But I open up my closet and I see my old yearbooks, and I pull up the one from eighth grade, and I know this was a while ago. I don't know. This might be a dumb video to make. Let me know. But I decided to flip to the back and to look at everyone who signed my yearbook, and literally like my entire class signed it, and it's just crazy to think how much, and of course they're being generous, right? Like I'm not trying to like drag this or anything. Like of course if people are gonna sign a yearbook, like they're gonna be optimistic. But it's wild to think of how people thought of me. Like I'm talking about friends, like even like the cutest girls at the time, like signing the yearbook and the things they had to say. And I remember like in that moment thinking that, hey, like I was gonna go to high school. I was gonna be a star player on the basketball team, gonna date the hottest girls. And both of those didn't happen. I did play basketball in high school, but I was on the team, but I ended up quitting. And I made a video on my this was like 3 years ago. I made a video on this, how much I regretted actually like quitting the basketball team. The reason why I quit was just because of things got tough. I remember this one practice. I was playing against varsity, so I was on JV. I was what, 15, 16, I was 16. So yeah, we were scrimmaging against varsity, and I remember I got past the ball and I shot it and I made it. It was like a corner three, and I had like a guy was contesting me. Like it was a bad shot, and I made it. I remember the coach stopped the practice, and he started just yelling at me. He's like, "Man," he's like, "you got to pass that." He's like, "What the hell is that?" And in my head, I'm like, "I made the shot." And then I remember as well at the end of practice, the coach would call somebody to shoot free throws, and he would say, if you make these, like, we're done running. I remember he would always call me up, and I remember this one day. This is not even like trying to flex or anything. I never missed one of those free throws, but like I remember he called me up. I was like he just kept. I was like, why? It's like why? And I would make them, and people would be cheering and stuff, right? And I loved running, man. Like for those of you that know me, like I'm fast. Like I love to run. I'd always finish first or second in sprints, but I made them whatever. And then looking back on it, I realized the reason why he was doing all that was because he actually believed in me. And once I quit, he was the basketball coach, and he was also the PE teacher. And I would, even when I was off the team, but I would get to school early. I'd wake up at like 5 in the morning. I'd get to school like before school, and I'd play and play. And I was dunking to this point, and just I actually had gym first period, so yeah, I would just be playing basketball, and he would just be he'd be sitting there like watching me play. He's like, "You got to come back to the team. Like, you got to play varsity," and I never did, and certainly didn't date hot girls back then. But it just had me thinking of all of the opportunities that I sort of let get away. Like, and I did when I quit the team, I did play for the talent, but like, I was way too good for that league. Like my last game in the playoffs, I had 29 points and 13 rebounds, and I only played like 20 minutes. So like I was way too like I needed to be challenged. And I remember this is like the weirdest video I've ever made, but I don't really like to think too much about the past, but I don't know. I just feel like I kind of wanted to talk about this for some reason, but yeah, I remember when I made the basketball team, like I had like when I was in high school, bro, I had a couple of friends, but like I was one of those kids that like I didn't know where to sit at lunch. So I remember I was just literally sitting by myself at lunch, and I had made the team, and like three girls came up to me and they like asked me, they were like, "Hey, we heard you made the team." And I was like, "Yeah, I made it." And it was like all of a sudden I have like three girls. I'm like, it's just crazy how high school works, because now being an adult, bro, it's like none of this stuff like it is not like that, obviously, but well, you could argue it is. Like if you have status, yeah, but like, and then I remember that happened, and being on the team, like you're seen as cool and things like that. And I remember like all the people coming to the first game. I came off the bench, took a couple of threes, and then that was it, bro. Literally lasted one game, and it just has me thinking of that coach was pushing me because he saw something in me, and yeah, I didn't take that opportunity, and I don't know why, but it's something I used to think about. But I had a crush on this girl back in eighth grade and like kind of into high school, and I drive by her house like when I not all well, it depends which way I go home, but I usually go home that way. Um, and yeah, just like I remember I would just drive by her house and like think like, damn, like kind of like wish I had met a girl at that age and just kind of like was with her, right? Like how cool would it be to have met a girl like back then in school, and then to be with her and not have to have worried about like any like of this dating apps and like the girls, like any girls in general. Like it sucks, bro. Like I mean, of course, when you actually do see some success dating, you think back on like all the rejections and the flakes and the ghosting, and like it makes it worth it. But it's just it becomes to the point where like meeting women at my age now is difficult. For one, I work at home. Two, I'm banned on I'm banned on dating apps, and I'm too lazy to take new pics and to get a new number. Yeah, that's on me, whatever. But I don't know, man. I just this weekend. So I was out Thursday and Friday, by the way, for some context. But I didn't talk to a single girl, and the good thing is that I didn't of course like I didn't have to deal with any of like the BS. But the bad thing is that like well, there's no potential here, right? And like I don't even know, bro, where I want to go with this video, but it just had me thinking of I could have done way more in life when I was younger, because there's so much more opportunities. Like you go to school, it's the easiest way to meet people, easiest way to talk to girls and to play sports and to build connections and things like that. I just did nothing, bro. Like every single weekend, I'd party with my friends, which was awesome. But I wasn't building my YouTube channel. I was making daily videos, but like low quality videos. I think I had maybe 3,000 subscribers, give or take, when I graduated high school. So I wasn't really. My Instagram was kind of taking off. After my freshman year of college, I had 25K on Instagram. But then, yeah, but then Mookie got traded, like whatever. But and then I lost a bunch of them. But yeah, I remember I was in college. When I was in college, I remember there was this group of kids that, and the girls and guys, and I remember like after class, they were like, "Hey, like you want to come hang out with us?" I was like really shy back then, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll let you know." I didn't go like I don't know why I didn't take those opportunities. And if I had been a little bit more like, I don't know if assertive is the right way, but if I had been a little, yeah, like if I had been a little bit more assertive, I feel like I would have I would have played sports, like I would have built up my channel and probably would have dated the girls I wanted to date. But now it's just an afterthought. Think about it, like those girls, like all those people, like I probably like I haven't crossed their mind since that day. Like that's how I think about it, and I'm sitting here thinking about this and that. And yesterday one of my friends asked me, he's like, how'd it go with that girl? I was like, yeah, I haven't spoken to her since that night. It's like and this is, if you're gonna take anything away from this video, this is it, is thinking back on all those things that I missed out on actually pushes me now to want to do that. And at the end of the day, I realize that it's just me. Like, as much as I appreciate everyone watching to this point, especially like if you're still watching, like shout out to you. Like, as much as I appreciate that, like the only person that's gonna be able to change my life and like the trajectory of it is me. And it took me being sober on a Saturday night by myself to just sort of understand that it's not like I'm in a position where I have to start from the ground up, right? I mean, I have all the tools that I need. It's just, do you want to put in the work? Like, do you want to put in the work to get the girl that you always wanted? Do you want to put in the work to build that business that you always wanted? And there was something about just opening up that yearbook, and I couldn't even tell you the last time I opened it up. Like, I don't even think I did in high school. Maybe like, I don't know. I certainly didn't in college, but it's just, whenever I'm out, like I never see any of these people, and I realize that they're 26. They probably moved out. They probably, some of them I'm sure, are married, have kids and things like that. But it has me thinking, it's like, why haven't I done that? It's like, I've only had one like actual relationship, and I didn't even really like the girl. Like I liked her, but I couldn't see myself like being with her long term, which is a stupid why I get into a relationship. Like, I just made, that was a mistake. And thinking about all the girls that I did go on dates with that I actually liked, and I just was in my head. And sometimes I think about that stuff, and I just know that I know that, like, it's so overused, but it's like money is just so powerful, because if I had more money, I could put myself into a situation to where I know that I could do better. And I don't want to sound like I sound greedy just saying that. Like, I don't mean to come across that way, but it's more so of like, right now I'm not in a spot to where I'm able to be able to do those things. Like, I like where I live, like, don't get me wrong, but it's just, when I was in the city, there were so many opportunities and like so many people, and just being introduced to girls and like, going on dates with like pretty, beautiful girls. And it's just like, that's just not going to happen here, man. Like, I'm being honest with you. So I just, I've been putting in a lot of work of analyzing football games and like getting the film and breaking it down. And it's going to be so much work. It's so much work doing that. Like, people might think it's easy. Like, oh, you just watch football. It's not exactly the case. You have to know there's 53 men on a team, and you have to be up to date with everything. And you've got to know the players. You've got to know what's going on. You got to know what you're talking about. And there's also 32 teams. And I do basketball. I do baseball. But it's like, how can I make money off of this? And I wish I had a mentor, but they're not cheap. They're gonna want 8 to 10K, and it's a couple of month program, but that's the cost. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna post this video. I don't make videos and not post them, so this will go up. But I know, or at least I'm not. You know what? I know. I know that I am going to have a girl, like the girl that I've always wanted. I know that my businesses are gonna do well. I'm 26. Some people might think that, like, to this point, I should have it figured out. I disagree. There's a reason why most men in their 30s is when they start to figure things out. Now, that's not to say, like, yeah, you should be moved out. You should be making at least, 1,000 a week. But, like, everything happens for a reason. And I firmly believe that. And, all of the failed months that I've had with the businesses, and all the rejections and flakes and ghosts and you name it, like, it's going to lead up to something. And at the end of the day, like, I'll be 27 in December. there's still time to figure this out, but I still should be working a lot more smartly, and that's what I've been doing. Is I've been putting my time into things that have the potential to be big, right? Which I used to think about it like, how can I just like make some sort of money consistently, which is great and all, but I want that upside. That upside is what's going to change my life, right? And yeah, I mean, I know people are going to disagree. Of course, they always are. They're entitled to their own opinion. But there's a couple of ideas that I have, and I can't wait to put them into sort of like fruition shortly here. And I'll be keeping you guys updated with it. But I will say it's almost 2 a.m. It's crazy to think that like the bars and the clubs they're about to close. Like just you don't realize how slow time goes by until you're home alone on a Saturday night. Like it's crazy. I just finished up the newest episode of Dexter, which spoiler alert, I'm gonna be posting videos about Dexter, and I'm also gonna be making this like mobile Clash of Clans. I don't know why mobile game, but yeah, because I've gotten really good at Clash of Clans, and I have the knowledge, and people want to watch videos on YouTube of people who are good and knowledgeable at something. So if you have like an act or a skill or something, like you should certainly try to like make money off of it. So, but it's just all about efficiency, because you can work hard. Like I think 2 videos ago I made a video. It was like hard work is overrated, and I think it is, because a lot of people are probably like, if you like, why else would you think otherwise? Like if you see my business is not making money, you probably don't think I'm working like hard enough. It's actually the opposite. Like I put all of my free, like all, unless I'm like, okay, maybe I'm out like on a Saturday night for like a couple hours, but outside of that, everything is going into the channels and stuff like that in the Instagram. But it's just, I was putting in hard work on like the wrong types of things. So now it's, to me, it's all about efficiency, and there's nothing more efficient than being able to break down film, because not many people are able to do that, and not many people are willing to like to do it, because it's a lot. Like it's your whole life. Like if you want to cover the NFL, you have to put your whole life into it. And I do football and I do baseball. I do football, baseball, and basketball. So it's just a lot of watching games, but I absolutely love it. Like there's nothing better to me than just like watching a game, just being by myself. But the downside of that as well is sort of like piggyback off of my previous points, is that during the weekend, like I want to be out doing stuff. And of course, if I really want to take the businesses to the next level, like I have to sacrifice that. But it's also, I missed in Texas when I like had girls that like I could just hit up and hang out with, and even like we didn't even have to do anything. We could just chill and like kick it or whatever. But I don't have that luxury here. And I sort of feel like at a place. That's part of the reason why I cut my hair off, was just I just feel like I kind of needed a fresh start. And yeah, it's weird because I didn't talk to any girls the past 2 days, but it's like I want to hang out with a girl, but I've become so pessimistic here. I thought it was gonna be better when I moved back here, but I was very, very mistaken about that. I think a lot of it as well is just a lack of confidence, in the sense of like you go from having a 2 bedroom apartment with a balcony and a dope ass bathroom, like that's just an afterthought to me. Like I just, nobody's harder on me than myself, which is why like I read the comments and I'm like, do people think this is actually gonna like affect me? It's like I'm my worst critic, right? So I don't beat myself up over living at home, and I don't beat myself up over the months of not making much on YouTube. Like I just ask myself, how can I be better the next month? I made $400 more in July than I did the previous month. $400 not really much, but hey, now how can I make 1,000 more dollars, and like on and on. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. To be honest with you, it's just weird. I was just open my closet and I just saw the yearbook, and I pulled up I forgot how many people signed it. Like it's crazy to think, and just to see the nice things they said. But like if they saw the position I was in, like the reunion is. To be honest, I'd rather have a reunion with my middle school. Like high school was kind of, I didn't really like high school, but I graduated in 2017. I mean, it was every 10. I think it's like after 10 years, right? It's crazy to think, because if it was middle school, I graduated in 2013, so like that would have been 2 years ago. So that means then 12. I've been out of middle school for 12 years, bro. That's freaking crazy to think about how fast time flies. I feel like I've missed out on a lot of opportunities, but I still feel like it can be salvaged. Like I still feel like I can have an amazing life, but I wanna. It has to start today, and it's almost 2 a.m. to this point. But part of me wants to go just. The film's not going to be. That's the thing is like the film doesn't come out until like a day after the game, so it's not like an hour or two after the game you can pull up the film, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I'll probably just go watch the games and break it down and try to build up a big audience. And I changed my YouTube from I was running a Rockets. I was Swaggy, and then I was Rockets Talk, and I changed it to Brian Thomas, which for those of you that don't know is my full name. So when that 100K YouTube plat comes in, which I'm at 64K, so I'm like not really. It's just crazy to think, bro. Like, but once it comes in, it's gonna say like I'm just super excited thinking about that. Like I need something. I need to be chasing something, and I hate chasing numbers because I feel like you should be just going out there and doing your best. Like I don't think like 100K. Like I feel like that's a large reason why I haven't been as successful as I want in YouTube. It's because I'm thinking about like 10K, 5K. Like just make videos, But I need something. This is one of those rare instances where I actually want a number because I feel like I need to be chasing something every day, and I'll have to figure it out, to be honest with you. I got invited to this cookout that I didn't go to. So it's like I'm making a video about not taking opportunities and then I don't go to the cookout. I don't know who was there. There could have been, who knows, bro. The last time I went, I met that girl, but, she flaked on the date, which pissed me off. That was kind of like my last straw with girls because it's like, come on, bro. Like, that pissed me off, man. I know one of my friends, I was driving us that night, and we saw her the next day after she flaked, and yeah, I was just pissed, bro. I was like, this girl, we picked a day, a time, whatever, and she flakes, and the next day she's like out, like with her friends, and like, just pissed me off, bro. I need to get pissed off. Like, I do better when I'm pissed off, bro, to be honest with you, like, so, but yeah, to be honest, dude, I washed my hair earlier, and I got this really good shampoo and conditioner. I put my shampoo on, and then I put my conditioner, got it on the hair, made sure not to touch the scalp, and then just like I've never had my hair smell this good, to be honest with you. Like it's crazy. Like it would be cool to get a sponsorship with this company. Just reach out to them because I mean technically the target audience would be like probably men my age in their mid-20s, maybe 30s, maybe younger. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of rambling. I'll probably end it here. I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. And I'll probably title it, let me think. Probably title this like I feel like a failure is probably going to be the title, which might be a little bit harsh, but yeah, I don't know. I have trouble sleeping cuz I just need to be doing something productive. Like sleep is so productive, but I'm like addicted to just working on content. Like there's just nothing better. Like even if I'm not making that much money from it, like just being able to do what I want with the work is so cool. Not have somebody boss me around. But I need to start making consistent money from it too. And I'm lost with my Instagram. Like I don't know how. I don't even know how to make money on Instagram, to be honest. Like if I was in the bonus program, like at least I'd be getting something, but yeah, hit up SeatGeek and they're like, "Oh, we're not doing any sponsors." Like to be honest with you, but I'll figure it out, man. I got time, but shit, man, I'm just ready to work, bro. Like, I'm ready to just put my mind to something and go for it. It's just tough, like, because, like, here, I'll end the video after this thought, but can't believe we're 24 minutes in. How would you go about actually, like, getting a date? Because you would have to cold approach. Like, I'm banned on dating apps. But I feel like dating apps are rigged because if people were actually getting dates and relationships and marriages, they'd be losing money. Like and it's all not to mention it's mostly men, and the guys who are spending money or are really good looking are at the top. So it's like dating apps is out of the question. Cold approaching. The thing about cold approaching is that there's a lot of things about cold approaching. You don't know, like they could be taken. Like you don't know if they're attracted to you. Like choosing signals, like it's kind of hard cold approaching. It's also like. I know people are going to disagree, but it's like cold approaching a girl randomly on the street. I'm going to lose my voice. Shit. I forgot the last time I made a 30-minute video like this. Oh yeah, bro. That's proof of it. So we got to wrap this up. But I just don't like cold approaching. I swear, whenever I cold approach girls and I think it went well, and then I get their number, and I'm like, I made sure to ask them if they want to hang out, like if they want to, hang out before I get their number, and they say yeah, they're like, I'm so down, and then like they just get ghosted, right? A lot of that is indicative of like looks, like of course, like the more attractive you are, like the more likely they're gonna show up. But it's just like, how do you do it? Like meeting them through people is also another thing. But like my friends are single, my friends are in the same position. That was a big thing. Is my one of my friends had a girlfriend, and she like introduced her friends to me. But like none of my friends have girlfriends. All my friends that do have girlfriends, I haven't spoken to them in years because like they're those dudes that just get in a relationship and cut everyone off. But I don't know, man. You could absolutely be like, you probably have bigger priorities than that. But I'm a firm believer in balance, and I want to make more money, but I also want to have a better dating life. And I've been outside, like I was outside like every day this week, man, just training and trying to get in better shape and things like that. And I just want to improve every area of my life. But it just sucks like how dating is. I mean, how cool would it be for me to be with a girl that's as attractive as me, but the girl that's as attractive as me is gonna want somebody better? Just kind of how it goes. But I think this is the longest video I've ever made in Swag Yell, to be honest. This is not even close. I don't think I've made a video. I think 20 minutes might have been the previous high, but I'm glad I made this. Like, some people might think it's stupid, but I'd rather make this than, like, do something stupid. I always feel like I'm being watched. Yeah. I left the freaking window. Damn it, I knew it. I forgot to shut one of the windows. I'm, like, really weird with Swag Yell. Like, I highly doubt anyone's listening out there, but it's 2 a.m. But it's like, I like making videos with like all the windows shut, or like in my car with the windows closed. I don't know. I know, because like the thing is like my friends and family watch these videos, but when I'm making my videos for like my job, I can't have any noise. I need silence. I put my headphones on. Even when I had my apartment, like I just need complete. I can't hear a peep, and yeah, man, I don't know, but I guess if I thought for certain I'd be in a, like, I remember when I need to stop the video, but I remember when I graduated college thinking that like I was just gonna crush it, and I did crush it. My like I was making 8K, 7.5K, 12K 1 month, and that was just off ad revenue, not even sponsorship. My Instagram wasn't making money. The potential's there, but I don't know, man. I'm hoping that one day somebody reaches out to me and just like is able to change my life and just help me make money with these things. But like nobody wants to do that for free. But I'm just hoping that if I be a good person, it will be reciprocated. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully good things come my way. But yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm not even clickbaiting with the title. Like I do all the time just be like fucking feeling like shit and things like that. But then I just tell myself like, hey man, like you've been doing YouTube for 10 years. You've been, you monetized a YouTube channel like 10 years ago, and you just need to keep fighting, keep just figuring it out. It's like, and one thing, this, I swear to God, is the last thing, but basically what I was going to say is that there's this one channel that makes a lot of money doing what I do in the same niche. And I've been looking at his content and not like making it my own. I'm not copying him or anything like that, but it's just kind of dropping my ego. Like, of course I want to do things my way, but if it's not making money, like you have to adapt and adjust. So I've been utilizing some of his strategies, and it's been working. I'm tired. This video is gonna make me go to sleep, which is good because I need to go to sleep. But appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are here 30 minutes into the video, but maybe one of these days I have a mic right here, but it's broken. I have two. It's broken. I'm not like the screws. Well, it's not broken, but I just I could fix it. But yeah, maybe one of these days, like I always wanted to like prop up the phone and then have like me sitting down and then like a mic. Like I've always wanted to do that, but there's something about just like, it feels like a diary. Like when I hold the phone like this, like, when you write in a diary, or I'm sure you guys haven't wrote in a diary, but like a journal, I guess, like is a more masculine thing to say. But yeah, just like, I don't know, there's something about just holding the camera, but to be honest, but yeah, man, I'm gonna end it here because I told you guys I would, but because I could ramble all night, to be honest with you. I could do this for 30 more minutes, but like I think it's a little bit excessive. But yeah, I'm out, man. Peace.